I knew somebody once who tried to order a PSP off of eBay, and they got it, and all he got was a burnt box! Anyway, hi guys, this is Helium Lemon 15. This is Helium Lemon 15, and welcome to another episode of Majora's Mask. Yay! We are back here in the swamp spider house, and we're killing spiders. And they're gold spiders actually, and we get a reward for killing them. So we're not exactly doing anything unethical to the environment. If you happen to be worried about that sort of thing, which I think you should be. And yeah, we're 1/6 of the way through this swamp spider house, and this I'm gonna be wandering around for a long time with my boxing gloves on to try to find the last of the spiders. So just leave a message and leave your house, and I don't know where I was going with that. I was trying to relish my strong bad impression because it was sounding kind of good. Oh, I'm strong bad. Yeah, I don't know how the Matt Chapman, the guy who does the voices for Homestar Runner, like how he does some of those voices without hurting himself, like just hurting his throat, because you must have like a pretty strong throat to do like Strong Bad's voice, and like I don't know, I still can't do a convincing Bubs. Like, hey, I'm Bubs. Still like that hurts your throat so much. I don't know. Maybe I just have a sensitive throat. Maybe my throat gets so swollen. Oh yeah, and there are bees in this spider house, so it makes me think of that song about sensitive to bees, or however it goes. We got our quote-unquote Ocarina of Time, and we're going to play the Sonata of Awakening so that this guy can get out of our space. So he's just kind of like, oh, where am I? Oh, I'm sleeping on the job. And then he freaks out, and then he hopes his lady crush doesn't see him. She's in the cubicle next to him. And then he just kind of just disappears into nowhere. Like, good job, Nintendo. You really made that make sense. Like, he just kind of disappears into the floor. Like, now you have to create, like, a whole story for, like, an alternate dimension that he goes into. And he goes into an alternate dimension and meets the Cyclops of Spider-Pants. And at this point, I'm just being stupid. So there's 9 out of 30, and that's, I don't know what percent that would be. If 1 out of 30, I don't know what 1 out of 30 would be. If 10 out of 30 would be 33%. 5 out of 30 would be 16.5%, a little over that, because 10 out of 30 is like more like 33.3%. Then 5 out of 30 would be 16.5, a little more than that, but we'll just say 16.5 for now. And then 1 out of 30 would be like 3%, something like that. It'd be like a little more than 1%, or not 1%, 3%. See if I can open the calculator app on my phone, because I'm recording my voice with my phone, which I think is working a lot better than recording my voice with Audacity, but I'm still figuring it out. I'm still figuring these things out. But it's good to not have, like, as I was having a lot of lag problems before I switched computers, and I think it's good to not have, like, Audacity open while I have, like, Pinnacle Studio open, like, capturing a game or something. Anyway, 1 divided by 30. This is super interesting. Yeah, it's point... Oh, I'm stupid. I could have just done 10 out of 30 and then divided that by 10. Yeah, but it's 3.3%. I'm a silly goose. That's why I'm not a math major. I hope I don't forget, like, how math. Because, like, It's like, you know, I don't know if I'm going to be taking math that seriously in college, which is fine because I'm going to be pursuing what I'm actually doing. But it's kind of funny, you know, like you don't go home with math homework. You go home with like, I've gone home with like 2 subjects of homework really so far. I don't know. My homework has been pretty light in college so far. Although right now it's June. It's June 4th. 6/4. What major holidays are in June? I guess Father's Day and LGBT Pride Month. Not that it affects me a lot, but I can't think of any major holidays in June. But it's June 4th, and I had like a competition that I was applying to. That's like due tomorrow. That has a ton of stuff to do with like Korea and Korean culture. So I've been spending the last couple of weeks just like hiding out in the library and then just like binging on YouTube like all the Korean history and Korean traditional music that I can. And now that I'm done with that, that feels like, you know, just like the wind has expanded or something, and like a weight has been lifted off of my chest or something. But that was a lot of fun. I hope they appreciate the effort that I put into that competition, because it's good money, and I like money. So it's like that Mr. Krabs meme where he's like, "Hello, I like money." Anyway, here's the room of the Stone Guardian. It reminds me of the monolith from 2001: Space Odyssey, except it actually doesn't. And, yeah, here's the room. Here's one of the first rooms, at least, where I was kind of disappointed, because I was like, oh yeah, I need magic beans, and I don't have magic beans right now, and I didn't come prepared, so I didn't have my beans right. And you know, beans are the magical fruit, but magical beans are even more of a magical fruit. Are beans even a fruit? That's stupid. Beans are like a legume or something. Which, again, reminding me of Strong Bad, it reminds me of Large Bean. Something about the tale of this cursed legume. No one calls Large Bean teeny weeny beanie. Anyway. Oh gosh, I haven't watched Homestar in a while. That's one of those things. I'm nostalgic about things and capitalism, but yeah, Homestar Runner is I'd say I discovered it in like 9th grade and then became the most obsessed with it like in 10th grade. And I thought it was like the funniest thing, and it was the coolest thing, and it made me a fringe because it was not a popular, but I liked it, and it had that kind of really esoteric, like in-joke, and now like most of my humor is just like in-jokes and like stupid stuff, and 90s bands, and anyway. Speaking of 90s bands, although it's more like a 70s band, but there's this great prog rock band called Gentle Giant, and I know I'm not cool because I like prog rock, but no, I think prog rock is cool. They have an album called Octopus, which is just a fantastic album. Like, I turned it on today while I was doing work, quote-unquote work, because I've really just been kind of relaxing at home all day today. But I turned it on and I couldn't turn it off. And it was like, man, it was quite an experience. And it's like, it's good music, man. It's good music, man. That's all I know how to say about it. It's good music, man. It'll grip you, and it'll take you on a journey. And Journey is also the name of the 80s band in Kansas, and Toto, and Journey. Never mind. That reference went totally off topic, but yes, it was a reference, and it was so obscure that I'm not explaining it. And that stupid thing about a burnt box at the beginning of the video was also a reference, and I'm probably not explaining it. That's so stupid when, like, the Skulltula is directly below you and, like, you're swinging your sword and it's going, like, parallel to the ground and you can't hit it. It's like, come on, man. Come on, man. It's like, man, there's one button only to swing your sword. And you have no control of what direction it'll go in. That's something that's kind of nice about Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess. Even though the sword controls are not perfect in Skyward Sword, it's still kind of nice how you can, like, control the direction of your sword, and they have a lot of enemies where, you know, you kind of have to... It's programmed so that you'll have to swing your sword in a certain direction, and that's how you defeat the enemy. That is a game that I would like to go back to at some point, Skyward Sword. It's cute. It's like... I'm pretty sure it was like my second favorite Zelda game at one point. And it has some really cool dungeons. Like, definitely some of my favorite dungeons in the series. Breath of the Wild doesn't have, like, real dungeons. I'm sorry. Breath of the Wild is fantastic otherwise, but, like, the Divine Beast dungeons are kind of annoying and gimmicky. And the shrines are fun to find. They're, like, at, like, puzzles, and... No, I mean, I've enjoyed some of them. They have different puzzles, different ideas, stuff. 15th Skulltula, that's 30%. That is 50%. I'm drunk. Just don't mind me, I'm drunk. And I'm consuming universes. So I've got to get to the grind, man. I don't know. I won't even talk about that. Let's just say I was, like, watching these videos as I was editing the footage together, and I was just, like, going on, like, a really stupid tangent, trying to pretend to be like a mobster or like a mob boss or something. It was like really stupid. Like that's the kind of thing, like, if you do something funny and it's spontaneous, like, you try to do it later and it's not spontaneous. It's like you're trying to imitate the humor of something that you've done already. It's like that's it's just no. It takes all the spontaneity out of it. So, I don't know why I'm so upset about that. It's just, art is important to me, I guess. R-A important. Good job, dude. Yep, so that's my life. Oh, check this out. Whoa, man. Yeah, the yellow flowers shoot you pretty high, man. You get you pretty high, if you know what I'm saying. Never mind, that's not exactly funny. Oh, no. Gotta capture those bugs. There's a lot of bugs and spiders and bugs in this. Like, I'd probably be getting antsy, no pun intended, if it were a bit, like, more realistic? Sorry, I hiccuped, and then you couldn't, like, hear the last syllable of that word. Realistic? Oh, yay, somebody got added to, like, a group chat whose name was Mark. And so I put the, oh, hi, Mark, gif from the room. Just cause, like, I can never take things seriously. I always have to be a meme. So, yeah, he liked it. He was like, hey, what's up? I don't know. Oh, hi, Mark. People, like... Because I love to quote that movie, and because that movie is so quotable... And you can't just, like, quote that movie. You have to, like, do all the voices on point, and, like, all the timings and all the facial expressions on point. And that's why it's so fun to get a group of your friends together and, like, really quote that movie. But, like... I like that movie because just like I like Tommy Wiseau's terrible acting. Oh, I have to sign off. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.